or trick or treat.
People, I got a powerful video. This video here is going to be called what I call double whammy. Okay, so we won in Apple 2 options for January 17 in a row here. So as I'm going to explain this all to you. So the first, now we came off the 275 calls. So then we had the 285 calls and then the 290 calls. So the double win will be the 290, 85, and 90s. And I'm going to show you that in the group here. So here, what I posted on December 17th, okay, this was one of the biggest, strongest focuses that I had for my group coming in December was Apple and Tesla as key stocks to be in the market, the best of the best, right? I had us in nothing else than that other than that in AMD. Now, Apple, here is December 17th, Apple is a key stock that is key in all this and will remain that strong focus and the most important stock for us to be in. It is also the best. So again, preparing my group. Now, I prepared my group with back-to-back wins on top of what you're going to see here. All right, then. And I will link those videos at the end of this video. So we're going to click on over here. And this was the plan here. On December 17th, Apple is set up to test 295 to 300 next. The January 17 285 calls is what we will use. Apple needs to break over 282.50 to confirm. Now, as you can see on the 17th, Apple was at 280.41. And the close, see where the arrow is over here? The closing price, you see it's the 285 calls, were $416 per option. Of course, we had to pay more for the confirmation. So pay attention to what I'm saying over here. Now I'm going to close this over here. Okay. All right, so on December the 18th, Apple wasn't really confirming as quickly here. So here's what I said to the people. The market is showing power gain. So we can place buy stops for Apple at 550 because Apple, the market wasn't that strong December the 18th. So as you can see here, we used buy stops. It was very easy to get into Apple. If you had the right focus, the right mindset, understand that Apple is going to go higher, which is my job in telling people to do this. Okay, and being massively correct year after year after year, well, that's the outcome, right? So anyways, people, so here's what I said here. The market is showing power again. So we can also, okay, so we can put buy stops. So I suggested buy stops. So that means that Apple was trading much. You saw the options were at 414 close on December 17th, right? So we were looking to buy it at 550 confirmation. So here is an update here, December 3rd. If Apple closes above 279.90 by 12:45 p.m., I will be updating our buy stops to lower numbers. Okay, that's what we did actually. Then I'm also talking about our 275 calls we were managing. We're not going to talk about that right now. I'm going to link that video, 275 video, because it's killer gains that I've been right the big picture. I guide people into how to really make money with skill. All you have to do is really follow instructions and study. But that's besides the point here. So for Apple, I'm moving the buy stops to 470 for the. So that's right. Here it is. So now I'm talking about selling 50%. So here's where I'm talking about selling 50% of the calls for the 275 calls. You know, Tesla was doing well for us. So here it is. Apple confirming with the January 17 285 calls for $470. So basically, I've been managing in this group. We've been winning back-to-back. So let me go show you now. We'll show you some of the more management part of this as well. But what happened was, let's go on here, people. 1 second. So right over here, December the 18th, I have a lot of Apple, so I decided to sell some here at 1070, 50% for the January 17 275 calls. We were in the 275 calls. I don't want to talk about that anymore. These ended up, if we go to these 275 calls where they closed, we sold them also because we've been, as I get 100%, I did finally sell 100, greater than 120, 30% in those 275s. I sold them because I also went fully into 285s and the 290s. So let me just, now to be honest, Apple moved a lot faster than I anticipated. And because of that, what we were able to do was to by additional calls I recommended to the group. So I'm going to show you that as well. So I'm going to show you what I explained to my group. So here, December the 23rd, as we were holding the 285 calls because Apple was they were holding the rules, and plus we were winning with the 275 calls. I said, Apple, this is another full plan where you can sell your January 17 275 calls and hold the 285 calls along with this new plan. This is why I talk about a double win, okay? Now, don't forget, the 285s did not hit near 100%, but they were in gains, and we were winning so much with 275s, and we were really only in Tesla and Apple and Tesla was been just winning for us, bang, back to back to back to back. You understand, people? And I'll link all this video stuff after, but it's all on my channel. So anyways, people, I prepared my group. This is what I do. I prepare. So here's what I said here. You can see it here, right? So, yeah, so Apple remains a strong focus key. So here it is. So here's the 290 calls, okay? So Apple is set up to test 295 to 300. Obviously, when Apple gives me more signals, I make more updates, right? So I then decided to use the 290. The 290 calls cost $305 on the close of December 23rd. But Apple needed to get to 286 for us to enter into these. At the same time, we were looking to take 100% profits of the 285s. But it happened to be that Apple moved so fast enough that both the 285s and the 290s we sold 50% to make 100% greater than 100% gains. I'm going to show you that right now in the video here. All right, so on December the 26th, Apple confirming with the January 17th 290 calls at 360. Also look to see the January 17 270 calls. They are at 1320. So what I was telling people there is that you should be closing out the 275 calls. They are greater than 100% gains. We are in the 285s and the 290 calls, and we're going to be looking to take profits in the 285s. But it happened to be that Apple moved so quickly that both the 285s and the 290s created 100% gains on December the 27th. Let me show you that right now. Now, on December 26th, I told people, there are people that were happy with getting antsy. They wanted to sell. I said to people, to get 100% gains for our January 17 285 calls, we need the options to hit 970 at least. Right now, they are at 8. They hit a high for, we want 970 or 10 before we sell anything. The whole point of all this, people, is to make the gains with skill when we can. Okay, I talk about the sun and the rain, and when the sun is here, you've got to have the right mindset to make the dollar bills with skills, which is what I preach and power people to do. So people, again, we had a great move in December 26th, but the December 27th, Apple followed through as well. And at the open, the 285 calls were at there. However, we were easily able to get them right over here. So sold 50% of the January 17 285 calls at 1080 here for greater than 100% gains. And then we also sold 50% of the January 17 290 calls at 750 here for 100% gain. So right now, we are holding the 285 and the 290 calls. Plus there's more to this story, but we're only going to focus on this double whammy win of 100% gains. I have created a super trade for my group. This is something you will not see anyone else being able to do, because I dial things into the highest probability. And the vehicles that I used for success for my group was Apple and Tesla. Let me show you some of the great gifts I've received from some members that really study and put the effort in my group. So you can see this is 23 hours ago, because the market, by the way, when this gift was received was probably around 3 o'clock. But that was this was on the 27th here. See, 23 hours. Here's December the 27th, the last thing I posted, and then you got some gift over here. There's a whole bunch of gifts here, right, people? But we're not going to talk about all of them. So Ravi, I want to talk about Ravi. Ravi was somebody, a member. Let's talk about, sorry. Here's Ravi. So Ravi sent a $272.90 gift. This was a combination of Apple and Tesla, but he's also a new member, but had followed me on StockTwits many years ago. I came back, joined the group about a month ago, and has been killing it and sending me gifts. Dexter, however, has been a long-term member, doing really well. Sent me a gift of $693. Here it is. Here's the power of the message. Hello, Sandro. What can I say here? Another amazing win with Tesla and Apple, putting us in massive wins again. Here's a gift to you, showing you my appreciation and respect for all you do and guide us with to awesome wins time and time again. Without your help, it would be near impossible to trade this market successfully, as I am at work most days and my attention is often on many things at once. Again, thank you. So Dexter, this is someone who works full-time job, but on his phone and studying, following my rules, how I manage the group, does so well. So, that being said, as you can see right over here, Dexter, a long-time member, lots of great games for that. I probably $8,000 in gifts from Dexter this year. Mohammed, now, I'm only talking about some keys. So Sam, okay, Sam, a great gift, did really well with Tesla and Apple, $500. Sam's a long-term member, so I want to just focus on that. I don't want to make the video too great. Here it says it right here. Thank you, Sandra, for all the effort you put into your plans. Had multiple wins in Tesla and Apple. Your focus on a select few stocks like this when the whole market was flat and we all were making the money in these. You made us catch the great run in Tesla and Apple. Keep going and looking for great gains into the future. Thanks, Sam. Perfect, powerful message. And then here's today. Actually, Ash sent me. Ash right over here. She had sent me $339 this week for the Tesla, and $711, which is after the some of the she has to pay where she comes out these kind of fees, but. This is the key, the message here, people. Thank you, Sandra, for the amazing wins in Apple. The Apple 17 January 2020 multiple strike prices. So she's referring to the 275s, the 280s, 85, and the 290, and plus all the other ones that I have had us in. Took more calls based on your guidance. In other words, I explained that we need to go heavier in Apple because we're not in as many plans. So she does focuses, she does exactly studies, focuses, and is able to send these gifts and do so well simply by following my instructions with great focus. Not everyone's able to do that. Unfortunately, it may sound simple, but a lot of people do not have enough of the mental strength to do what's right for real success. That being said, she understands about says your trading style, big picture thinking, and knowledge gave me the opportunity to carry out controlled capital expansion, including risk management, as the time was right to use my capital expansion reserves. This is example. She understands what I'm talking about of why you have to have a certain amount of funds in your account to be prepared to catch when it's supposed to and be able to handle things when things are difficult. And that's why she's so successful, by really understanding and taking to heart what I say. And if you're listening to this video and seeing what I'm showing you, you should be doing the same thing. So let me show you something. Now we'll go to the charts now, people. All right, people, I have a snapshot here on December the 27th at around 10:03 a.m. And you can see here, because Apple at the time, now these are a bit up backwards, but Apple's options, the 285 calls hit 1250, okay? Now, easily for us, as you can see, greater than 100% gains, but we already had sold for greater than 100% gains. Of the 285s, and as you can see, the 290s hit 890, actually hit over $900 per option that day. I'm going to go into the charts, but I wanted to show you this way here. We're going to go into the charts. This is the snapshot for December the 27th. And again, where the arrows are, if you look carefully where the arrows are, and you'll see that you'll see in the boxes the 290 and the 285 calls, and you see the 285 calls, they were at 1250 at the time, and 890 during that period of time between 9:30 to around 10 o'clock. All right then, give me 1 second, people. All right, people, I wanted to show you the closing price of the options because the Apple did pull back a bit that day, but no big deal. And you can see the 290s close at $670 per option, and the 285 closed at practically $950 per option. So basically, they both closed at about 100% gains, practically about 90%, 95% gains. We of course sold higher. I sold over 1070 on the 285s, and we got higher than that on the 290s. As you can see, that on the 27th, the high was 293.97. So if you the options had a high of 1250 or 1250 for the not that we sold them at that. We could have, but we did not, as we sold 50% at 100% gains, and we were holding runners, and that's what we're still doing. But this video is to show you that we made a 100% gains with skill back to back to back, and it has to be a double whammy. So huge positioning in Apple, great gains, and we're set for those 100. We're set for even more gains, with big picture thinking and proper management skills. Let me show you how to get inside my group, Power Group Trades. All right, people, welcome to Power Trigger Trade. Confirmation is key. This is my Twitter. See right here, I have a pinned tweet. This video explains how to become a successful member, how to stay a member as well, okay? It's only for those serious for success. No matter how good a leader is, if a person's not taking action, not following the rules, they're not going to succeed. The people who do clearly do well. Right here's, let's go to my YouTube channel right here. Let me go right here. We're going to click over here. Right there will send you to my YouTube channel. This is something you should subscribe to as well. Right, welcome to Power Target Trades, Wealth and Health Leader. You know, my YouTube channel, I do live streams also on Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll see that on my banner. You won't see that now because my pictures are inside my account. You know, I have a powerful created playlist, and again, you can even see the newest uploads, all the great wins and plans. You want to study my YouTube channel, okay? A wealth of information. Over here are the links. Got my Instagram and Twitter over here. Website here that I don't think I'm going to be really keeping. Don't really have a need for it. But regardless, people, you want to get inside my group, Power Group Trades. I outlined the information. You want to study and understand what I'm about. Therefore, become a member. To become a member is free. For you to succeed, and then you see the value, and then you send in gifts out of free will. That's how it works, okay? It's a powerful opportunity to those who want true success and are tired of not really making money in the markets. That being said, at the end of the video, you're going to see a picture of me in a circle format. Simply click on it. It's going to give you an easy way to subscribe. I look forward to helping you succeed. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel and like the video!
Power Target Trades, Power Trigger Trade.